So for the first topic of the day, we have Nvidia employee getting detained by Taiwanese authorities, allegedly for smuggling chips into China. Here's a tweet from Nation giving a brief overview of the situation. Here is an article from Bloomberg. Oh no, my bad. Here's another ad from Bloomberg. Great Going Apollo gives us a picture summarizing the whole happenings of the situation, detailing how the employees was detained on July 24th, 2020. Off which the forgery charge carries 3 to 10 years in prison, while the other offers 5 to 10 years. And depending on the situation, life imprisonment. These chips are banned under the U.S. export control laws from being shipped to China. Hence, the interest of U.S. authority. Forbes article. It mentions that the Taiwanese prosecutors don't accuse Nvidia or other licensed distributors of any wrongdoing. These detainments happened 2 months after U.S. Justice Department charged Supermicro co-founder, Yishayan Wali Liao, I probably butchered that pronunciation, for aiding in the smuggling of Nvidia chips to China. Taiwan also covered this in their segment.
Media reports say the Nvidia employee is part of a probe into the illegal sale of servers containing Nvidia AI chips to China. Multiple people are being held over this case, but this appears to be the first known legal action against an Nvidia employee. He's being detained on allegations of falsifying documents.
Unveiled China also mentions that the authorities seized 50 high-end AI servers valued at $22 million bound for China. It also mentions as Taiwan lacks any criminal. Also, they mention that there are multiple suspects caught. I don't know if that is confirmed, or if there is just one guy here. Is Gamers Nexus response, tagging Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang his statements regarding the GPU black market. I just love the first comment, mentioning how Jensen's jacket sold for nearly $1 million a few days ago. Now we have the results of flock surveillance. After burning taxpayers' money and installing 28,000 cameras, the city's crime rate has, as expected, not improved. This data is collected by the FBI, so it should be accurate numbers according to the date collected from 2021 to 2025. There has been at best a 5.4% decrease in crimes, specifically criminal homicides. Other crimes included robbery, burglary, aggravated assault, and motor vehicle theft show an improvement of under 1%. Bad news for the Gunnar gacha game players. Brown Dust 2, a gacha game that is heavily sexual. Brown Dust 2's selling point has always been its Gunnar anime waifu designs, so this might be a death sentence for the games, according to Jun-hee Lee, the project director of Brown Dust 2, the Inven Global Broadcast report. They mentioned 3 cutscenes associated with their 2 new character costumes. Also, they mentioned 3 criteria for the developers, including changes to the depiction of specific body parts of the characters or other interactive character sequences. He mentioned that while these changes are being made, they will only affect the Korean client and not other regions. Now, regardless of whether or not you have played Brown Dust 2 or any gacha game for that matter, this is definitely a hamper on creativity by the government. I don't believe that just because some people find certain imaginary depictions not good doesn't mean that they shouldn't be allowed to be depicted. I don't know if this is a love in deep space situation where the players are self-sabotaging the game, but I remain optimistic that this is just a temporary clamp down by the government. For the last topic, CEO of the browser Firefox Anthony Enzorda mentions his concern regarding the widespread usage of AI and how many of the open source models being shared between the general public. He mentions how, during the recent AI breach at Hugging Face, where the AI agent breached containment and had to be stopped using another AI. He takes a stand for the open source release of many models for the general public and mentions how Firefox themselves used Anthropic to identify 271 vulnerabilities in their company. At the end, he and many, including myself, believe that such a useful tool such as AI should be made widely available to just about anyone and everyone, not just for humanitarian reasons, but for the better development of AI and technology as a whole. In the end, if these tech billionaires want AI to be part of our everyday lives, we need to have control over it, not them. Cause having power in the hands of the few without any recourse has already been proven by history to be ineffective, and always led to suppression of the upper class by the lower class and unrest in the society as a whole. So, I want to believe that by the time AI becomes a mainstream tool, everybody is able to use and model it effectively and individually.